third part. Coach Brennan, I'm back. I'm not going to do a long intro. You've probably watched the first two parts of this video. So we'll get back to it with Kiki Thief Breland to see why she did what she did. Like the video.
Whose debit cards are you putting on?
Not from my relatives.
What's that?
Relatives.
So they would give you a debit card and you would put money on it for them? So there's a different debit card for every transaction?
Not many.
Okay. Were they aware of what you were doing?
Not religious.
Well, they kind of had to be aware, right? Because they were getting money on their account, right? So they would kind of have to know, unless you were explaining something to them. Did you tell them what was going on?
No, they just knew I was just helping them when they was in need, and I've always been genuine and had a big heart, so.
I'm not liking her. So you somehow got the debit card information, the account information from your relatives, were loading thousands of dollars on their cards, and they didn't ask you any questions. They just said, oh, thank you for this $10,000 you just loaded on my card from Sam's Club. And they had no idea what was going on. You could just be honest. You don't realize how stupid you look and sound right now. Especially look. Because again, that one Jesus piece, if it's real, gotta be $10,000 to $15,000 just for the pendant. And then you have a rope chain with it, which, looking at how thick that looks, you talking another $4,000 or $5,000 just for that one chain. That's 20 grand on one chain, and you got on 37 more chains than that one. You sound dumb, and you look stupid. And I would just wish they'd body slam you out that chair, truthfully.
Well, I get it. Family first, right?
No.
You have an approximate idea how much money that you did this, or how many items to a total? Does over $100,000 seem about right? Because those are the transactions that they're supposedly have pulled up. Did they tell you that?
No, I didn't do that. No.
Well, you might be surprised though, because what, TVs are $1,500 or whatever a piece. It can kind of add up pretty quick, right? If you did 100 TVs.
No.
No.
Don't get no attitude with them because you stole $100,000 worth of stuff. And then that's telling me you wasn't doing the math as you was helping everybody out. $1,500 a TV and you stole $103,000. You talking at a minimum, if it were just TVs, 80 TVs, and you didn't think you hit over $100,000? Shut up. I don't like her. We're not gonna make it to the end of this video. Actually, let me see. It's only 5 minutes. We'll make it.
She made me shocked that it was over $100,000.
Yes, I was, because that's.
I
think they just made up stuff.
Anybody else in the store doing this that you know of, or did anybody else teach you this? When you're being truthful to us, if there's other people that are doing it, they're going to find out.
We talk about we don't know what the other person's going to say when we find them. So the last thing you want is them to try to
sit there and say, sit there and say, she's the one that told me how to do this, and So just looking at you, I can tell there's other people that are doing this that you know. Who are those people? Just my years of doing this, I can see you do have a big heart. I can see you're struggling right now. But there clearly is more than one person that's doing this. And that's what we're trying to say to you is you don't want to get yourself jammed up for stuff or transactions that you didn't do. If somebody else is doing those transactions, those are the ones that they need to be held accountable for their actions, right? And so that's why we're asking you this question. Because as they go through and they pull this data, they're just going to attach it to the person that it belongs to.
Well, I'm only responsible for my action.
I agree, but your person that talked you into doing this is also
what everybody else is doing,
No, but you said there was somebody that taught you this. And they taught you something that they shouldn't have taught you, right? And now you're going to experience a consequence for that, right?
I mean, also, I don't know if this person was forcing you to give you some cut of it.
Sorry. Heard someone outside. Didn't quite know what was going on. Anyways, a couple things before I go back into this. She said, I accept responsibility for my actions, but you also just blame someone else for teaching you how to do it. Hinted at the fact there's other people doing this. And you gave the name of the managers whose number you're using. How could you be taking responsibility for your actions? And then, again, if I'm the manager, I'm beating you up. If I'm one of those other employees, I'm beating you up. And if you lied on me as a family member, I'm beating you up. So all of this is going to lead to her getting beat up. That's it. Clearly, she want to be beat up. Like, how you just going to throw other people in your ring of crap? I don't understand.
Because they're teaching you how to do this and explaining how to do X, Y, and Z. And I'll be honest with you, we're going to look into all the bank records. So if it's going to this other individual, it's going to look a lot worse for you. All right? And if it's coming back to yourself as well, if you're telling us that you're not taking any portion of it, it just doesn't look good.
You certainly are.
All right? So this is your time to tell us exactly what happened. It's the only thing that's going to help you. So it's not about snitching. This is about making sure that you're only liable for what you did.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
I hate these ads.
So clearly it's somebody who works at the store. Was it a supervisor? Just another cashier?
Who was it?
Well, it'd have to be a cashier, right? Because they were the only ones that had access to it. Right?
Okay, either somebody's stomach is growling in
I
this
don't know what
video.
to get myself into. I've never been in trouble. I'm not talking.
It's a polar bear or something in the ceiling. Because what
No,
in
it's
the
fine.
world is that sound?
That's
I'm not really.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Sorry.
So,
What is it?
I'm just going to tell you what they're going to be charging you with, just so that you're aware of it. They're going to be charging you with the grand theft, and since you've never been in trouble before, so grand theft is theft of anything of $750 or more. But because they're showing a loss of $135,000, I think it is, you're going to be charged with that. So that's first degree.
Where them extra $32,000
And then you're going to
come
get
from?
charged with scheme to defraud, and that's over $100,000 too. So that's another first degree felony. And then theft of personal identification, and that's a third degree felony. All right. So the officer's going to type up his affidavit, and he'll get it all done, and then they'll transport you up. If at any time, I'll give you my card before you leave. If at any time you want to kind of, set yourself free with mentally,
Absolutely.
you can give me a call.
Absolutely.
He said it. You want to get ahead of this. That's what you want to do. All right?
Thank you.
All right.
According to investigators and the suspect's admittance, Brayland would take items from inside the store, then process fake returns and send the refund money onto her own debit cards and cards belonging to family members. She also mentioned she used a manager's ID pin without permission to complete the transactions, but when asked whether anyone else helped her, she refused to answer. Instead, she invoked her rights to a lawyer, and the interview ended. Sam's Club confirmed they wanted criminal charges fully pursued, and eventually, the suspect was charged with grand theft over $100,000 scheme to defraud over $100,000 theft of personal identification.
All right. So,
On June.
all I'm going to say is, to you idiots out there that want to steal from your workplace, don't. But specifically to this idiot that we just watched this video on, you got a lot of people ready to beat you up, over trying to associate them with your schemes to defraud. They asked you every possible question for you to work yourself out of this, and you decided not to take it. So now you got 2 first-degree felonies and a third-degree felony, meaning you are going to prison. Was it worth it? Probably not. Did they pack you up? Sure did. And I'm done with her and her red hair. If you like this video, feel free to like it. Comment on it. Let me know your favorite part or the part that didn't make sense to you. And other than that, I'm out of here. Like I said, I don't know when my next video will be going up. Hopefully you appreciate these 3 videos I just put up. And yeah, Coach Brennan, I'm out of here.